All right. Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Turgon the Wise coming at you with a new video today. And it's the first video of a new season. Yay! Season 14 has begun, and we are playing Kings of Men. And actually, right as of this moment, we are 12 hours on the dot into our season. So, the purpose of this video is just to kind of set the table and show a little bit of like just how progress has been after 12 hours. I'm going to come to the map, but really there's not a whole lot to see here because we're only 12 hours into the season. No one is taking structures or capturing anything. There's really nothing to show up here other than just to point out who is where. So up in Forageway here, like this region, there is 3 giant teams up here. 2 of them were intending to form a kingdom up here together, and the third one is an intruder, so to speak. I suppose, depending on your point of view. So we have Meta up here, who's a very strong team, and then the 2 teams that are fighting Meta are Ilil and Order. So those 3 teams are up here duking it out right now. Let's go take a look. Let's see what's going on up there. Why not? Let's take a quick minute and just kind of cruise around, see what's going on. Not a whole lot here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit more. Let's see who we got up here. We got Order here and Meta there. So I'm sure that's going real great. That's probably a real fun one to showcase. And here's another Order. There's Ilil. Mythlove! No way! Mythlove! I remember Mythlove. Yo. I'm gonna have to revisit this at some point because I haven't seen Mythlove since season 3. I haven't seen a lot of players on this server since season 3, actually. So that's pretty wild that just randomly came across him on the map here. Another Ilil player. Mythlove was a huge whale back in season 3, so that's just a rando. So yeah, there's a lot going on up here, as you can see. Who we got here? There's another Meta. So it's probably quite contentious up here. Safe to say. Meanwhile, up in Arid Mithrin, we've got Chaos farming that area. In Iron Hills, we have Pran farming this area. And in the east, we have Lame farming this area. As you can see, I am down here in the Land of 5 Streams, and our partner is Gods, and they are in the Darklands. So we will form a kingdom here. They will form a kingdom here. Who knows what's going to happen up there? Chaos and Myth will try to make a kingdom at some point. We'll keep monitoring that situation. Let's go to the leaderboard and show you what things look like here. If you can see in terms of personal production, the top 5 players are all either, I believe this player is on Chaos. This is the Chaos badge. Yep, there's Chaos. And then Ares is from Gods. Mythlove, I just showed you, is Ilil. And Mo is from my team, Yudes. So top 4 players, all different teams. And then 5 is Harb from Meta. And then 4T, Atmo. The next 3 players are all Meta players. And then Fen is at 8, Rain Wizards at 9. So that's Chaos, Meta. So Meta has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the top 10. Chaos has 2, 3. Yudes has one, Ilil has one, and Gods has one. So that's kind of an interesting just way to break it down right from the get-go. And then you look at the Fellowship production. Meta is way on top. Yudes hanging in there, number two. We've been maintaining about a 10 to 12,000 lead on Chaos, but we'll see. Trends tend to change over time, but we'll see. So we got Meta on top, and they're fighting Ilil, who's 4, and Order, who's at 7. I don't know how much fighting is going on between the three teams up there. Like you could see, I can't see what's going on. It's fog of war, but I can see the tiles. I can see who's where. I can see when tiles change. So keep an eye on that situation. Lame is number 6. Our partners Gods are number 5, but you can just see like the range in production. We're about 250 here, 220, 206, about 175, let's round up to 170, then 150, and then Pran is off to a lot slower of a start than I would have thought that they would. But I don't know, a lot of teams have undergone quite a bit of transformation since version 2.0 released back in November. So I have no idea. I mean, like while I faced Pran the end of the summer, last summer, I have no idea how different that team may be from the team that we faced then. I've never faced Lame, Order, um, or Ilil, and we're working with Gods this season. I have one friend on Gods. I know a couple of people on Gods, so it's cool working with them. And then I've never been on the same server as Meta or Chaos. So this is a whole new world for us, and so far everyone is actually really enjoying the game. The only real complaints that I've seen relate to just stamina feeling like it's coming back slow. And it's coming back at the same rate it always has been. You get 20 stamina per hour, which is about 5 stamina every 15 minutes. That's 1 stamina every 3 minutes. That's how the math is pretty much always broke down. But a lot of us have been playing this game, this is our 14th season. So we're, still adjusting to certain changes to the first 24-hour format of the game between the tiling and the buffs and stats and everything and the gear and how everything works. It's definitely a lot different than it was when I faced Pran last summer. That was the last season that I played in 1.0. You can check out videos that I have on my channel about that season. And yeah, it's just a very different game. So I'm very excited about this server, and the leaderboard is hot. We're all compressed. We're all, I think, peers in our class across the server in terms of the strength and the ability of the teams. So we farm very quickly, all of us, and it's only 12 hours in. We got another 11 hours and 50 minutes of those juicy 24-hour buffs. Let me go over those real quick. So you've got recovery time for heavily wounded commanders negative 90%. You get an extra 100 stamina, but it does cost you 20 stamina to use the occupy command on a tile. It's 10 stamina to march to it, which is like sweeping, where you can move a commander to a tile but not attack it and occupy it. When your army bumps into armies of other tacticians, you will not engage them. So the first 24 hours is peacetime for the most part. You can break this. That has been confirmed. Also, when reinforcing your army, stamina expenditure -5. So once this buff disappears, it costs 5 stamina for you to reinforce an army. So that's going to really impact the game quite a bit. And I think a lot of these things, connect to some of the sentiment that I'm hearing about stamina coming back slow. So, um, personally, I'm off to a terrible start this season. You can see I'm very low compared to the leaders, and mostly it's because of my own poor decision making. I'll admit it. I've been attacking things a little bit before I'm ready to attack them because I really just want to understand and push the boundaries of my armies, my commanders. That's how you understand how strong or weak you are, and sometimes um, finding that line and failing a little bit isn't a terrible thing. So I'm learning, I'm adjusting, I'm recovering. There's still plenty of day one left, and I'm looking forward to getting myself developed. I'm gonna actually try to move out of this spot because you can see they put me by a goddamn river, so immediately I'm cut off from everything to my immediate north. I have to go around this through this trench to get to anything that's up here. And just to put it in perspective, this tile that I took here was a 15-minute march. I believe it was 14 minutes and 50-second march to get up here, to get all the way around there. So it's pretty shitty up here where I got put, which I kind of expected. I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny. There's a giant mountain system here, so there's nothing for me to farm there. I got a friend over here. I got a friend down here. So I'm trying to get the hell out of here as fast as I possibly can because this is not an ideal area for me to really flourish and grow my production at an exponential rate. So I'm going to be doing that as soon as I can. And while I'm waiting to do that, I'm just going to be trying to recover troops and get ready to hit the ground running when I move. So that's what's going on with the server. That's some of the changes in the season with the 24-hour buffs. And you saw some of the leaderboard. So we got a spicy one, folks. Um, Looking forward to chronicalizing this new adventure and hope you'll join me. Make sure you're checking out some of my other colleagues who also stream. Azra is a new streamer on our team. He's actually been on the team before. The team is newer to me than it is for him, but he's returned this season. And he's also streaming, so search for him, Azra, Asra, Azra. One of those two spellings is right. And then, of course, our other good friend, fellow of the Rings. Go check out either of their channels, both their channels. Watch them both at the same time. Subscribe, like everything, like all the things, because they do a far better job of capturing all the stuff you can see. It's like for me, it's like showing you something on a Game Boy. My BlueStacks is slow. Fellow and Azra, I watched both of their videos, and their system runs nice and clean. They probably have a nicer, newer rig than I do. My rig is a potato, but she gets the job done. And at least I get to sit here and talk about stuff and point out things that I think are relevant and interesting as we learn about all of these changes that have been bestowed upon us by our wonderful development team, and looking forward to this exciting season. And like I said, talking with everyone about it. And check out Fellow and Azra's videos. We'll be going through, if not day by day, but certainly there'll be some sort of update going on a weekly basis, I imagine. So stay tuned. It's gonna be a spicy one. All right. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and I wish you all well. Take care. Cheers.